Good evening, everyone. I wholeheartedly welcome you all for this ongoing webinar series 2020-2025, organized by the American College Madurai, Department of Psychology, American College Madurai, with the different associate partners, Elopon Counseling Center, Nolabur, Chennai, and Deccan Positive Mental Health Practitioners Association. Welcome you all for this session, 1796th session. Today's topic is holistic parenting in present scenario. Today's resource person is Kushim Tiwari. I like to share a few things about the Kushim Tiwari. He is a holistic healer, a dynamic meditation healer, spiritual mentor, motivational speaker, and transformer of life. I welcome you, ma'am. The floor is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good evening, one and all, and Om Shanti. So, as my topic is holistic parenting in the present scenario. So, first of all, it is required in present scenario. I want to know. Kindly answer in chat box, please, so that we can communicate and we can understand the topic also and the matters also that we will discuss in between. So kindly answer in chat box that it is required in present scenario. I'm getting the answers. Some of you have written yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, in slide, nurturing mind, body, and spirit in modern time is very, very necessary. So, holistic parenting in the present scenario is necessary because, see, in our age, the parenting was different, but the new generation is different. And we have to understand that kids also, because they are in a modern age, they have so many facilities and they are coping and much more forward with us. So we will understand what is holistic parenting first of all. Holistic parenting is an approach that considers the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well being of the whole family. It is the concern of whole family. It emphasizes natural, organic, and sustainable living and encourages parents to be mindful, present, and intuitive in their parenting. So, we will understand this. Holistic parenting is an approach of a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well being. Now, I will ask some questions regarding this. Kindly answer in the chat box that what are the core principles that we should understand? What are the core principles that we understand? Yeah,
Core principle we have to understand to guide the child is to give the love and affection,
yeah,
and we have to be patient listener what baby is conveying, If they
Ah,
want to narrate something or tell something, we have to patiently listen,
yes, ma'am.
allow them to express,
Hmm.
then accept the whatever the learning things, how they learn in the unique form. Not
Yes, yes, ma'am.
not all, want them to change as it is. We have to accept.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Good, ma'am. Good points you have put on. Uh, my from my part, because I am dealing with my childrens also, and they are much more advanced actually. So the core principle I include is natural and organic living with them. I used to, because they should interact with the physical activities, they should know the moral values also. So I appreciate this natural and organic living. Then emotional intelligence and awareness should be also taken care of. Mindful and present parenting also, because see, whenever they are doing some act, we first of all should listen and understand, and we should go to their age group, and we should understand why they are doing like this type of acts and what is the purpose of doing this act. So we will understand our child much more better. And they should respect, we should also respect of their individualities also. And we should encourage spiritual growth and connection also, because they are not connected with each other. Nowadays, small family, nuclear family we are living with, and they are interacting only father mother. If you have one kid, he is interacting with you and your spouse, but they should interact with others also. We should take them to the family also, with other relatives also, so that they can interact and they have connection to understand that why it is necessary to be a social being. So I will include this. In introduction I have put the point, parenting has evolved with changing lifestyle and challenges. So I will first of all explain this. First point, parenting has evolved with changing lifestyle and changes in why it is necessary. I will explain some key points that shift from traditional to modern parenting. There is a major shift, because when we were children, we are trained as traditional training, we have given, our parents have given. But nowadays modern parenting is going with the scenario. So first is form, we should be collaborate with the with the students, with the teaching, with the learning, and what we are taking the priority of, we should mutual respect, and we should be in open communication with the children. Now second is from strict to flexible, because see, our parents were sometimes very strict, but nowadays we should be flexible. Modern parents adopt to changing circumstances and prioritize emotional well being, because if you will understand their emotion, then you will understand the whole thing of the child. So it should be flexible, I think so. And third point is from homogeneous to diverse. Families now comes in various forms, including single parents, then same sex also, and blended families also. So we should always understand, and we should always diverse the scenario. Now one point I will include technology also, because impact of technology also gives the response in this scenario. First is increase the screen time. Parents must navigate the benefits and risk of technology for their children. Now, second, I will say that social media influences also, because see, parents must consider the impact of social media on their child's self-esteem and relationship. What they are watching, what kind of program is going on, why they are interested to see that program, and what they are learning from that program. We should all these things we should understand. Now, third, I will discuss online safety and security also. Parents must protect their child online presence and encourage their safety also. Because see, nowadays just we are on a Zoom meeting and we are discussing some important issues. We are learning here, we are knowing the different types of knowledge also, different types of learning also, experience also. We are here sharing with each other. But children are also doing the same thing, but what type of act they are doing? Because they are on Zoom meeting and they discuss the matters, they discuss what personal matters also. They are discussing my dress is looking like this, how I am looking, and all that things activities. So we should have to see that on technology what they are doing and what kind of activity they are liking. So we should understand that also. Now, changing family dynamics also, increased female participation in the workforce. Parents must balance work and family responsibility, because if we will busy with our work too much, we will not give the responsibility of our family life. So we should make a balance of work also and family responsibility also. Then risk of single parent households. See, single parents face unique challenge and require support. For this, I will explain that women are only doing the chore work, but uh, husbands also take care of that, and they should also after office they should also participate in kitchen also, in small small acts also, so that they both can enjoy and they both can get time, and they both can give the proper time to their child also. And growing acceptance of non-traditional family structures. Parents must adopt to changing societal norms, because see, if society is going with one way only, that is not very necessary that it should resonate with each other or with each other's family. Because see, God has given us unique souls, and in a family there are unique soul. They are here to play a different part, because they have a purpose of life. So if they are small, kids are small, we are teaching them that this is good and this is not good, you should behave like this, you should not behave like this. It is okay, because we have to give this teaching to them. But after 15, after 16, the soul has a path, and they have their connection of the past karmas also. So they will associate the karmas that will come, and they will associate with that karma also. They will go for that karma, for that people, for the places and all. So we should be more open enough to understand all this thing, and for all this thing we should have the knowledge of spirituality. Because if we will not we are not knowing the spirituality, then we are not going to know that past karma is also there, soul has their own purpose, and if they are doing this type of acts that is not similar, or that is not following their traditional family ethic, or whatever family is thinking of, or they have followed, the child is not following that, he or she is doing different type of the things and their actions, then that will be very difficult for a family, for parents also, and for child also. So all these things, I think that we should understand, and we should be more and more open up of. Now focus on emotional intelligence and well-being. It emphasizes emotional intelligence. Parents prioritize teaching emotional regulation like empathy and self-awareness, because see, if we have empathy, we can teach the child also the proper way of empathy. And if we are self-aware, then we will give this to our child also. Then mental health awareness is also important. Parents recognize
Ma'am,
the
slides are
recognize the importance of mental health and seek support when needed. So it is also to be taken care. Then holistic approach of health. Parents focus on physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So this we should keep in mind, that we should also learn more and more. We should also change more and more according to the age group of child, and we should be also much more knowledgeable also, but in a practical way. We should understand the thinking and understand the grooming of our child, because we have given them all the values, all the ethics, all the atmosphere, all the behavior, and all things. So we have to understand this. Then my second bulletin point is holistic parenting focuses on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being of child. Now I will explain this also. Holistic parenting is an approach that considers physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. No? Now, you can think that what are the key aspects of holistic parenting. So I will tell you that first is physical well-being. Nutrition, exercise, and health is very, very important for the child. And the second is emotional well-being. Emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and empathy should be given to the child. Then mental well-being, cognitive development, focus, and mental clarity also. See, if we will not give this all, na, then a child will not develop properly. He or she will not focus, and she will not have mental clarity also, what to do, what not to do, what to talk, what not to talk, when to do the act, or when to be keep quiet. All this we have to give. So mental clarity is very, very important for mental well-being.
Excuse
And
me, Kusum ma'am. Kusum ma'am,
yeah,
sorry for interrupting your presentation. Ma'am, your
yeah.
PPT slides, they are not moving. I think it is actually fixed. If you could just look into that. We are seeing the second slide and the first slide, introduction and what is holistic parenting. Are you explaining that?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm explaining
Okay, you're
introduction.
explaining that. Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, fine, ma'am. Thank
Bulletin.
you, thank you. Please carry on. Please carry
Okay,
on.
okay, okay. Then my fourth point is spiritual well-being. see, our old age parent was also very, very spiritual, because they are so kind, they are so lovable, they are so cooperative, they are giving their love and emotion to other children also, other parents also, other belongings also, and they are much more worried about their ethics, core values. See, in village also, when one family is good and another family is not good, so what my grandfather used to do, he used to help others. He, whatever we have extra, whatever we have much, we should give to others. This type of act we have seen and grown up, and I have also that ethic and values, and I will deliver to my child also. So spiritual connection is like this, not like you are always doing mantras, chanting and mala and all that. That is not. You have the connection of yourself to others also, and the atmosphere also, for the society also, for your village also. So wherever you are, you should be concerned of that. Now we will discuss third point, importance of balancing. I will explain what is the importance of balancing. See, if we are balanced, if we are focused, then whatever we will do, it has a very good impact on the society, on our family, on ourselves, everything. So it should be a very balancing way, and we should cultivate all the modern needs in this culture. So what are the important balancings? I will give you some point. Cultural preservation. It is what retaining heritage and cultural identify. Now, in this also adaptability is much. So embracing changes and in vocation while honoring timeless values, it should be also followed. Then third is holistic development, nurturing emotional, social and moral growth alongside modern skills and knowledge. Then I will include one point more, strong family bonds, combining traditional family values with modern parenting approach. So we should combine this traditional family values also, and we are in the modern scenario, so we should go with that also. But we should combine so that our child get more and more values, and he should be humble, he should have patience. Nowadays children don't they don't have patience. They, if they are asking that mama I want this, and we are providing because we have money, we are earning, so we are giving, but we are not teaching them that wait, I will give you some after some time. First of all, I am giving you this target. You should do this. So, if we will teach like this, then they have the patience. And if we are not teaching them, then we are also the creating problem. We are also not following the rule of patience. We don't have patience. So, these all things we should take care while we are becoming a parent, because parent is not becoming parent is not a easy task. First of all, you should be focused more enough. You should be strong with physical, emotional, mental and spiritual well-being. Then only you are going to give the child the same ethics and nurturing also. Now I will include one point more, resilience and stability also, grounding children in timeless value while preparing them for and ever changing world. So we should give grounding to the child of timeless values, and this will inculcate balance. Then individual families can thrive in the today's fast paced globalization world, while remaining rooted in the culture heritage and traditional values also. So I think that I am a clear that what I want to explain, that holistic parenting is an approach to consider the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being of child. It aims to nurture. It is a natural and nurturing part of whole child, that he should interconnected with the aspects and all the priorities of a balance and healthy development and atmosphere too. So, with this, I will include some points also. A mindful approach to parenting that nurtures the whole child is one my bullet point, and emphasize nurturing emotional intelligence, positive discipline, and spiritual awareness should be given to the child, and encourages a natural and uh, it should raise the child in a natural way. See, development of child in a natural way is very, very important. So if we will give all this, we should also include respect and empathy, also treating children with respect, kindness, and compassion also. And then we will also give them mindfulness and self awareness also. Like we should give the knowledge of meditation, deep breathing also, and self awareness things also we should promote them. And we should always ask them questions, that what you have done, acha, what you are thinking now, what you want to do, all this thing. Then the clarity will come, mental clarity will come, and they will discuss with us each and everything, whatever they are facing, or whatever they are thinking of. So benefit of holistic parenting is promotes overall well-being. Holistic parenting consider the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual development of the child, then fosters emotional intelligence, accept children's emotion. Holistic parenting helps them to develop emotional intelligence, and then encourage positive relationship. Holistic parenting promotes respect, empathy, and kindness, leading a positive relations between children and their the colleagues also, and support spiritual growth. Holistic parenting explores different spiritual beliefs and practices, and supporting children spiritual growth. It develop their mindset, clear mindset. So the need of holistic parenting nowadays is technology overloaded, screen addiction, and affecting mental health. See, they are too much using phone, and this is not good for their mental health. So we should also find the ways that they should not use the technology too much. Then busy lifestyle, parents struggling with their time for kids, because parents are busy in work, and they are not giving their kids proper time, and then the problem arises. Emotional well-being, increased stress and anxiety in the children, because see, if you are not emotionally connected with the child, then what will happen? It will increase stress and anxiety too. lack of connection with nature, because see, children are not doing outdoor activities, and they are not doing physical activities nowadays. They are just sitting and watching TV, then they are sitting and they are on the phone always. So we should take care of this also, that they should go and play outside, and they should do some exercises also, football, volleyball, or badminton, cricket. They should play this type of things also. Then pillars of holistic parenting. Now in this I have given physical well-being. Healthy diet is important, exercise and outdoor play is important. Now second, emotional intelligence. In this we have to keep in mind teaching empathy, self regulation. Self regulation is also important, and mindfulness is very very important. Then cognitive growth, encouraging creativity. They should much more, children are always creative, so we should understand what creativity they have, and we should encourage that creativity to get better results. Then problem solving, we should give them some circumstances also, some questions also, so that they can solve that also. So and children are very curious, so we should understand the way of the curiosity our child have, and then how to fulfill that curiosity, because we can't give all the knowledge. According to age, we have to understand what to give and what not to give. Then social and ethical value. In this, kindness is very very important, then gratitude is important, and they should take the responsibility. If they have done anything, they should take the responsibility of that. Then spiritual awareness is mindfulness, meditation and moral values. So practical strategies of holistic parenting. In this I have given mindful communication. See, mindful communication is very, very important because it increases the child physical well-being. It nurtures the child physical well-being, emotional intelligence, mental clarity, spiritual growth. And by adopting a mindfulness approach, parents can cultivate a deeper connection with their child, promoting overall well-being and development. So we should take care of that. Healthy eating habits also to be given, organic food they should be given, and avoiding the processed snacks, it should be avoided. Then digital detox, set screen time limit and encourage real world interconnection. See, in interaction is very very important with real world, not on screen, because on screen that is only the artificial way of the things they are organized by the by the director, and they are playing the act. But if child is encouraged to face real world, then he will understand according to the situation what problem arises, and how to face that problem, how to take the challenges and risk in the life. Because without challenge and risk, a child cannot develop properly. He will always have fear, he will always think that some help should be given to me, and I should be very very protective and all that. So it should be also taken care of. Now outdoor activities, as I told, ki playtime is very very natural, and it is a very very important nature also for physical and mental health. And gratitude and affirmation, teach children to express appreciation and positivity. See, because if child has done some mistake, we are always saying you have done this, you should not do it again, and all that. We are sometimes too hard, but we should understand that we were also child, and we have also done the mistake. So if our parents have given that type of grooming and parenting, we should not give to our children also, because we should understand that they are different, they are unique. So all these things to be keep in mind. Then role of parents in holistic parenting, in this, be role model. See, child is always looking to you only. Mama is the best role model for the child, and you should be, so that child can learn from you and you can become a very good example. Foster open communication. You should always ask, you should always speak. Create a safe space for sharing, so that child can share each and everything to you, and you can also be very, very open up, so that you can understand what the child is thinking and what he wants to do. So it will give a very, very good support to you. Then promote unconditional love and support for overall growth. See, if you are giving your child unconditional love, then he will not find love somewhere else. He will understand what is the definition, or what is love actually, because nowadays teenagers are getting involved to find love in different sex, but this is not good, है ना, because the parents have not given too much time, and they are lack of the love. So you should promote the unconditional love and support for overall growth of a child. Then see, challenges in holistic parenting will also come. Balancing work and parenting. You should balance your work also and parenting also, because see, parenting is a very, very important role for you, because it brings a good generation next to you. So you have to be much more conscious while you are at home with your kids. Overcoming peer pressure and societal expectations. See, peer pressure is what key this is following and you have to follow, or society is like this, so we can't go beyond the society. We can't do in other way. We can't find another way. This all things are not good for the society also, for your family also, and for your kid also. So you should also understand that where the correction is needed. Managing behavior issues with positive discipline. See, you have to manage your behavior also and child's behavior also. The issues will arise because we are different and our child is different. We are unique, they are also unique. So we have to we have to follow the discipline like in very positive manner. Finding time of quality family interaction. See, what I have said in my family, that after 9 o'clock, we are not going to use phone. We are not going to talk to any relative or other any person. We will talk to each other. So after having dinner, we sit together, and then we ask with each other, how was your day? What you have done? Now, today, what you have learned, what you have gained, and what loss you have, what was the failureness of the day. Then we have a conclusion, and then we discuss with each other, and then we give suggestions also, and after that we go to the bed. So this should be followed, and strictly it should be followed, because see, family is a very, very important role. Because if you will earn too much, if you have too much facilities, but you don't have family, then you will be not happy forever. You will not be stable personality also. So family is very, very important, and we should take care of family time. Now, conclusion, I have taken the conclusion part also. In this, I will take one point also, ki prioritize family time, daily bonding activity you should follow. You should make a chart of that, and you should be strict enough for that. Encourage emotional expressions also. Teach kids to manage feeling. Because they see feelings are there, and thoughts are there, but how to manage we should teach to our kid. And limit technology and social media, also set healthy boundaries. Now foster independence and decision making also. Let child take small responsibilities. A small responsibility should be given to your child, so that they can become a responsible person. And parental self care also. A happy parent raise a happy child. So first of all, you should be happy enough so that your child should be happy. Now, conclusion is, holistic parenting is about raising happy, healthy, and balanced children. Because if we will give this to our children, then we are giving a big reward to the society, to the nation. And we should be very, very, very alert. We should be very, very disciplined while doing this. Now, it requires patience, consistency, and love. So, if we will give this to our child also give this to the other person, then society, then our nation. And see how beautiful the things will work. Small daily changes and can make a big impact on the child's overall well-being. Small changes we have to do on a daily basis, and it will create a very good impact to the child's mental well-being also, and overall well-being also. Now, I will only suggest कि let's nurture the future generation with mindful parenting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for a very wonderful and a very, very meaningful, thoughtful session. It will also be very, very useful for the parents here. And the floor is open for questions, friends. You may go ahead. If you raise your hands, I can call out your names. Friends, do you have any questions? You may interact with ma'am. We have about 10 minutes with us. Yeah, there's a lot of positive feedback for your session, Kusum ma'am. Thank you, Benita ma'am. Very useful and good PPT. Thanks for the good session from Mishra sir. Sarabin ma'am says, thank you so much, Kusum ma'am, for a wonderful session. Neelam ma'am, thank you so much. Very good session, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Benita ma'am says, please share the PPT.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Sure.
Jaju also, Jaju Vandana says, wonderful session. Friends, do you have any questions?
Hello, ma'am. This is Revati here. That was a wonderful session. Very nice information you have shared with us. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. I just have two questions. One, I think, which is commonly faced by our generation, dealing with such a significant generational gap between our parents and our children. So tackling, because we are in the mid, we are able to understand the demands and needs of both the generation. But our parents and children are extremely in the different dimensions. So
Yeah.
getting them meet at one common point is a big challenge for our generation.
Mhm.
So how can we deal with that effectively? Like we need to handle both the generation equally, right? So how can we go about that? Because it also puts a great toll on our well-being as parents.
Yeah. So for that, what you have to do, you have to take a simple act. You have to understand the child first of all. Then you have to understand the social scenario also. Then you are attending PTM also, parents teachers meet also. So you should go there also, and you should understand their friend circle also, and the society also. After all this, we can give the child a proper way, and we can understand the child also too much. And see, generation gap is there because our parents were different, we are different, our child is different. So our
Yes,
child
ma'am.
is different. First of all, we have to understand what are the changes. We have to sit and understand that our parents are also facing some problem with us. They are also not able to understand us. Na? Same thing
Yes, ma'am.
we
Yes.
same thing we are going with our child also. So we have to understand. If we will understand that, we will understand our child, we will give some time, and we will have patience, and we will follow all the things also, because so many things are there. You can understand the child psychology also. You can understand
Yes.
your child, yeah, your child also, with whom he or she is expending their time. So if you will understand all this thing, na, it will become very easy to understand. And see, we have to also change. We have to be also
Yes, ma'am.
modern. We also have to be modern enough. If we will understand them, then definitely they will understand us also, and we will learn too much, because I am also learning with my kids.
Ah,
So
yes, ma'am.
definitely
Very
you
true.
will
I'm
also.
also. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I have one more question for you, ma'am. I'm
Yeah.
not just making it as a stereotype, but as far as I have observed from my personal, reflection on others, I see that most modern parenting is focusing on, materialistic aspect of life. They're giving too much importance for that rather than the
Yeah.
personal growth.
Yeah.
So, like, what is your say on that, ma'am? I just want to know your thoughts on that.
See, I am also not very much satisfied with this, because see, materialistic state is what, it doesn't give stability, it doesn't give patience, it doesn't give strength. It is only the fast issue कि उसके पास वो आ गया तो हमारे पास क्यों नहीं आ रहा, हम भी वो करें और इससे जो है खुशी मिलेगी ना ना. You are not going to get all this, because see, materialistic world is artificial world, it is only pump show. But
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you, then if you will understand that what modern scenario is, and what our parents scenario was, and what we are, if we will see this three generation gap, then we will understand that earlier what we have not got in our childhood. So it is lacking in our personality, or we have grown much more enough. If we have grown much more enough with that ethics, with that values, with that patience, then we can teach our child also. And we have to understand this, and we have to teach also. Because see, ma'am, if you are a teacher, I think, because I take the session, I go to school and I give this all knowledge to the children also, and I sit with them, and I understand them also, their mindset also. And when we will talk and interact, now we will give them the correct knowledge, that without
It's
material
very true,
also,
ma'am.
yeah, without material also, you are a superman, you are a super girl, you can create wonders by what? By the thinking and thoughts, by the activities, by the work, by the hard work. Because see, shortcut method also children are following. Because if they are doing hard work and they are not getting the better result, then the parents are also teaching them, okay, तुम्हारा friend जो कर रहा है ना बेटा वो कर लो. This is not good, because friend जो कर रहा है, he will get the result of that. But your child, you have to see, this is my child. If I will make him to face the challenges. If I will teach them how you can cope up with the bad days also and good days also, then he will become a very good person. He will become a very good personality, and he will stay long ever. He don't have heart attack, he don't have that what anxiety and all that the tablets children are taking. And you should teach them the difference, that see, struggle gives you beauty, struggle gives you growth. But short terms, if you are applying what it is giving, you should give that examples to your child also. Then he will understand. See, because they are only the mud, you can see. And when you will take care of them, then they will become a very beautiful pot. So we have to take care of this, and we have to gardening, yeah, take care of gardening and nurturing of our child. So I
Yes, ma'am.
think so
Very
that,
true. Very true.
yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I just want to share one of my own experience. Again, I think it's good to follow minimalistic, lifestyle at times. With simple
Yeah.
experience, it gave me a lot of insight. Like what happened was, like, before the actual need arises, I just bought a pencil box which contains 10 pencil, that set itself. Now, what my
Yeah.
daughter, she started doing is, she just simply use one pencil and go to the other. So she
Yeah.
just kept doing that. At one point, I realized that before the actual need of getting a new pencil came up for her, I made it available, which really made her to lose value on that.
Hmm.
So sometimes making things available before the need arises, children would lose their understanding the value of those things. So it's always
Yeah.
good to get them things only when real need occurs.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just want to share that. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so
Thank
much, Revati ma'am, for that wonderful question. And that was really well answered by you, Kusum ma'am. That shows your rich experience. So thank you so much once again. Very quickly over to the questions. We have a question from Bibu Prasad ji. What does single parenting involve? While it comes
Yeah.
with its own set of challenges, it can also be a fulfilling journey. Let's explore the positive aspects of single parenting and discuss practical ways to enhance this experience for those who undertake it. Okay. Is that a question? What is single parenting involved? Okay, ma'am. The next question is, I think, R.K. Mishra, sir. Do you want to answer that, ma'am? Like
Yeah.
he talks about single parenting. Yes, ma'am. You may go ahead.
Single parenting refers to a situation where one parent, either mother or father, takes on responsibility, I think so, of raising their children without the physical, emotional, or financial support of the other parent. So, what we should understand the key aspects actually. Solo responsibility. One parent assume all responsibilities, including childcare, financial support, and decision making. Now, so that is the big problem sometimes, because only one parent is dealing this all responsibilities. And emotional challenges are also with them. Single parents may face emotional struggles such as stress, anxiety, and feelings of isolation. So see, and financial struggle is also with them, because single parents often face financial difficulties, including reduced income and increased expenses. Social challenges also come for the single parent, I think. They encounter social what we call stigma, and lack of support and difficulty finding childcare. So all these are, and divorced and separated parents are especially after separation they are following this, and widows also, unmarried parents also. So for that, what we have to do, we have to challenge and support. We have to understand that support groups are there, online or in person groups are there. They can connect and share experiences. So we should connect with that group also. Then financial assistance are also there, that government programs are there, then scholarships are there, then some non-profit organizations are also there that are offering financial aids also. Then child care resources are also there, after school program and daycare services are also there. Then babysitting co-apps are also there. So all this we should take care, and counseling is also there, therapies are also there, online resources and emotional supports are also that. So we can take all this support, and then we can cope up this problem, because nowadays these are the problem. And it is a very common, I think, a problem. We should more enough we should stand more enough and take the responsibilities of this, because see, life is unfortunate. So life gives us challenges. It is not simple, it is not bed of roses. So we should understand, and we should take care of this. I think I have satisfied you, sir or ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, we have another question very quickly. How our
Yeah.
parenting style should tackle the children with a defiant attitude child? That means, I think the person is referring to an oppositional defiant disorder. Is it like children with, oppositional defiant disorder?
Yeah, I have seen one child like this in my school also, because he is not able to write, he is not able to understand, but he wants to come to school, because we have given the child a very good atmosphere. See, like this type of child, I will tell you, in spirituality, they have done all their karmas enough. Society laugh at them, but this is not good, because see, they don't have any karma. They have to deal of the only the people, how the people are behaving. If people are laughing on them, or people are abusing them, they are creating their bad karma. So for that special child, what we have to do, we have to understand, if he likes to go to school, we should talk to the higher authority. If they are understanding, he should come and sit in the class, and we should give much and much more love to them, because see, love is a very very good and positive attitude that everyone can understand. So he will understand, and like this only we can deal up with that child, because see, God has given, so we have to take that as a very super gift, and we have to understand the child's all problem. So I think you can deal this, because I am dealing this with that child, and he is much more connected with me, and he loves to come to school. He is not understanding, he is not able to write, but he is coming and sitting in the school. He is not disturbing any child, and he is in class ninth nowadays. So you can understand this.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. For the last question, we have very less time. I will just read it out to you. How can we
Yeah.
handle children when they restrict themselves to connecting with their peer group and avoid family relations? How can we encourage children to balance their peer interactions with family connections?
See, first of all, we have to understand the child, what his need is, and why he is much more interested. So if peer interaction is there, because something will be there. They are giving what kind of things they are giving to your child. And if you will come to know na ki a child is getting this thing from them, then only he is following this peer group, then you will understand, and you will should give the connection more and more. You should also call that group at home also, and you should understand that group also. And by small counseling, you can cope up with this problem. You can meet their parents also, and you can discuss this things to them also, and to your child also, to that group also. Like this you can solve the problem, because I am solving. So I think you will also be you will also come out with this problem. I think so.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kusum ma'am. And with your kind permission, may I request Meenakshi ma'am, the other coordinator, to go ahead with the vote of thanks?
Yeah, ma'am.
Meenakshi ma'am, over to you,
Yeah.
Meenakshi ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Anita, ma'am.
Yeah.
It's a good interactive section, ma'am, related to the how we have to be with the child with the holistic approach. The good information you gave. So in various aspects, including the single parenting, and how we have to make them to balance the emotion. Everything you explain it a very in clear form. Thank you very much. We need more and more section from you. Accept the gratitude from American College Madurai, Department of Psychology, American College Madurai, with the Yellow Pond Counseling Center, Nulambur, Chennai, and the Deccan Positive Mental Health Practitioners Association. Thank you very much, ma'am. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you
Thank you so much, ma'am.